Hello everyone, welcome to the class. Okay, guys, let me check if I'm live. Yes, I am live, very much live. Let me check my voice also. Okay, guys, let me check if I'm live. Yes, the voice is absolutely fine. All right, the voice also is working absolutely fine. All right, so a very warm welcome guys. We are coming back after Diwali. हम लोग दिवाली के बाद वापस आ रहे हैं. It's been quite some time that we took some holidays, but we are back and we are back with a bang. All right, so now your classes are going to continue as it did. So your classes will be early in the morning at 9:30 10 a.m. That's the timing. So that's how we will continue our classes. All right, so chaliye, without further ado, let's start with whatever we have to start today. Okay, now as you can see on the pointer here, you will be able to see that I will be doing, or I'm going to be starting something called the Chola Empire or the Chola Empire. Just a second, let me just set the So I am going to be starting with the Cholas today. All right. So what I'm starting with, I am starting with the Chola Empire or the Cholas today. So I am sure you have seen the movie called PS1. आप सबने देखा है वो movie. I'm sure you enjoyed it also. It was actually a good one, but it's a little hypothetical, little fictional also. You know why? Because it's based on a book. It's not actually based on pure facts per se. Okay. So before I start, I would request everyone to join our Telegram channel. The link has been given and also the scan code has been given, guys. So you can join the Telegram group or the channel, whichever you feel comfortable with, through the link or through the scan code. Now, why is it important for you to join this group? Because this is where you will get updates regarding your classes. Plus the PDF file, whatever files that we upload, that will be made available to you in the format of notes in this particular channel itself, in this particular group itself. All right. So chaliye, let's start with our lesson today. Now, Cholas will be covered in parts, guys. Okay, Cholas will be covered in part. It would not be covered in one go because it's going to be huge. There are a lot of things that we'll have to talk about. Now, let us talk about the three major powers of South India. Now, in my previous lectures, I have covered whole of North India, right? I've covered almost all the empires of North India with you all. So now I'm starting with Southern empires. In South India, you have some very important empires, guys. Okay, which important empires are we talking about? You have empires like Pallavas, Cholas, Cheras, and Chalukyas. And there are a lot more. It's not just this. It's not just these. There are lot more. So definitely all of this would be there. Okay. So South India. So now since we finished North India, we are going to be jumping into South India. Okay. So first of all, I thought even though Pallavas come first, I wanted to finish Cholas with you guys, because it's going to be a huge one. It might take me two to three classes to finish it. All right. So we will start with Cholas first. Let's try to understand a basic overview about them. Now, the Cholas actually did overthrow the Pallavas. So Pallavas were before them, and they become the prominent rulers in the 9th century. Okay? And they had an empire which basically covered almost all of South India. The major portions of South India was covered by the Chola Empire. Now, Chola Empire was actually Raj Rajendra Chola was also one who basically attacked Sri Lanka. He tried to extend his empire in Sri Lanka and in the Malay Peninsula as well. So he did extend his empire in Sri Lanka and Malay Peninsula, and thus these people or these group of Cholas were also known as your imperial Cholas. Why? Because they had extended their empire beyond the subcontinent or beyond the continent of India. Thousands of inscriptions found in the temples have provided information regarding their administration, the society, and all of those things. Fine. And who has been considered as the founder of the Chola Empire? The founder is this person called Vijayalaya Chola. Alright. You can add the surname here. So Vijayalaya Chola has been considered as the founder or is the founder of the empire. So now we have lot of rulers who have done something here. So we have Vijayalaya Chola, we have Aditya Chola, we have Parantaka 1, we have Parantaka 2nd also, Raj Raja 1, we have Rajendra 1, we have Raja Dhiraj, we have Rajendra 2nd, Viraj Rajendra 2nd hai, first hai. So we have a lot of rulers, guys, okay? But since we can't cover each and every ruler, we can't go into the details of each and every ruler because it would be too much for you to remember. We will be covering the important ones with standard chance of of having some kind of question asked. So that's what we will be covering. Okay? Please let me know if you have any doubts here. The live chat is open, guys. You can always use the live chat to tell me your doubts. Okay, let's move ahead and let's try to focus on some of our wonderful kings of the Chola dynasty. So first of all, we have Vijayalaya Chola. Now we all know that he is considered as the founder, right? So he was a feudatory of the Pallava. You're already familiar with the concept of a feudatory, guys. I've already explained this quite a few times in different lectures. So you've seen my lectures, you know the concept of feudatory. But just in case you do not understand that, you can always drop in a comment and let me know if there's anything you don't understand about it. I will definitely take it up in the next class. Okay. So he was a feudatory of the Pallavas. He captured Tanjore. He is also the founder. Obviously, we have to remember this. He's what? He's the founder of the Chola Empire. And he captured Tanjore. From here only the Chola Empire had started. And he built the temple for the goddess Durga. Alright. So after him, we have this ruler called Aditya. Now he put an end to the Pallava kingdom by defeating Aparajita and annexed Tondai Mandalam, which is the southern Tamil country. So what did he do? So after Vijayalaya, we have Aditya. Now Aditya had completely put an end to the Pallava kingdom. How? Because by defeating Aparajita, who was the ruler of the Pallava kingdom, and he annexed what is known as Tondai Mandalam, which is the southern Tamil country, which means the southern part of Tamil area. So now, guys, it's a request to all of you to remember these names because these names are important and they can definitely come for your MCQ. So you have to remember the Tamil names here. Okay. Let's talk about Parantaka 1. Now, if you all remember, Parantaka 1 is also the person who is involved in some bhakti movement. But that's actually Parantaka 2nd, not Parantaka 1. So, let's talk about him. So, he defeated the Pandyas and the ruler of Ceylon in the famous battle of Vellore. Okay. He suffered some defeat at the hand of the Rashtrakuta king Krishna III in the famous battle of Tokalam. The Rashtrakuta army overran Tondai Mandalam. Parantaka I was a great builder. He also provided the Vimana of the famous Nataraj temple at Chidambaram with the golden roof. The two famous Uthiremur inscription give us a detailed account of the village administration under the Cholas belonged to his reign. So what is Parantaka 1 talking about? Now, he defeated the Pandyas. Fine, they were the ruler of Ceylon. And there was this, under this famous battle of Vellore. I will be talking about some of these battles also in details in the later part of the chapter. Alright. But he was defeated by the Rashtrakuta king, Krishna III. And Krishna III had the army, the Rashtrakuta army was overrunning the Tondai Mandala, which is the southern Tamil country, which was earlier captured by Aditya. Okay? Now he is considered, or Parantaka 1 is considered to be a great builder as well. He had constructed a Viman. Viman is actually like a shikhar. So this is, the shikhar, or you can say the roof. Alright. So what did he do? He also provided a Vimana to the famous Nataraj temple at Chidambaram. And this shikhar was made of golden roof. Alright. We have some inscription called the Utharimur inscription, which talks about, which it is a detailed account of a village administration under the Cholas, and particularly the administration under Parantaka's rule, how it was. Alright. We will be talking about the administration and everything in a lot more detail, guys. Don't worry about it. हम उसके बारे में भी बात करेंगे. So till here, if you have any doubts, you can let me know. The live chat is open. You can just let me know if there's anything you don't understand. Alright, let's move ahead. Now, let's talk about Raj Raja 1, or also known as Arumo Liv Varman. Alright, please remember this name. This name is very important because they can give this name as interchangeably. They can either give you Raj Raja 1 or Arumo Liv Varman. Fine. So Raj Raja 1 is considered to be one of the greatest ruler of the Chola Empire, guys. Okay, one of the greatest ruler of the Chola Empire. And in fact, he was also considered to be the great ruler of Chola Empire. Okay, so it was under Raj Raja 1 and his son Rajendra 1 that the Chola Empire was able to reach its height. All right. So what all happened? First of all, let's talk about their military conquest. They defeated the Chera ruler Bhaskar Ravi Varman in the naval battle of Kandalur Salai and the destruction of the Chera navy. So what is the first military conquest? They are defeating the Chera ruler Bhaskar Varman. Fine, he has been defeated. Bhaskar Ravi Varman has been defeated. And the battle was known as the Kandalur Salai. Fine, and in this battle, the Chera navy was completely destroyed. The second military conquest was the defeat of the Pandya ruler Amar Bhujanga and the establishment of the Chola authority in the Pandya country. So you can see here through these military conquests, you can see that a lot of expansion is taking place, guys. Hai na? What is taking place? A lot of expansion is taking place. Fine. Then something which gave them the name of Imperial Chola is that their invasion in the Sri Lankan country, which was entrusted to Rajaraja's son Rajendra I. Fine. Now, as the Sri Lankan king Mahinda V fled from his country, the Cholas extended towards northern Sri Lanka. So the Cholas actually had their empire towards northern Sri Lanka as well. I will be giving you a map and everything to show you the extent of the empire. I will be doing all of that, guys. Don't worry about it. Now, another very important military achievement of the Chola dynasty, particularly under Rajaraja I, was the naval expedition. So they started, now since they have defeated the Cheras, fine, they've completely destroyed the navy of the Cheras. But they've also learned from the navy of the Cheras, right? So using that knowledge, they have now moved towards a naval expedition against the Maldives Islands, which were then later conquered by the Chola rulers of Rajaraja I and Rajendra I. This happened much later. Okay. So let me know if you have any doubts till here, or just let's do one thing, guys. Let's do one more slide and then you can tell me your doubts together. Now, the Cholas also conquered the Chalukyas of Kalyani. Satsaraya was defeated. Rajaraja I captured the Raichur Dwab, Banavasi and other places, and hence the Chola Empire extended up to river Tungabhadra. So can you imagine, they were starting from Sri Lanka, guys, okay? So starting from Sri Lanka, on the right hand side, they've already covered Maldives, Andaman Nicobar Islands को वो लोग already capture कर चुके हैं, and from there they cover almost all of the Tamil area, and from there their empire extended up to the Tungabhadra river, which is a huge area. Don't worry, I will be showing you maps. When I do the proper extent of the empire, तो मैं maps भी करूंगी और मैं आपको तब दिखाऊंगी कि कैसे इसको किया जाता है. ठीक है? Okay. Now, by his conquest, the extent of the Chola Empire under Rajaraja I included the Pandya, the Chera and the Tondai Mandal regions of Tamil Nadu, the Gangavari, the Notampandi and the Telugu Chola territories in the Deccan, and the northern part of Ceylon and Maldives Island beyond India. Let's take a look at the extent here. So by his conquest, Rajaraja I had extended the empire from where till where? Okay. So they included the kingdoms of Pandyas, Cheras and Tondai Mandal. Fine. They also included the regions of Tamil Nadu and the Gangavari, Notampadi also, and the Telugu Chola territories of Deccan and northern part of Ceylon. So basically the empire is starting from the Deccan. Okay? Alright. Then they're moving down from the Deccan area, they're moving down to the Maldive Island beyond India. So from here they move down to the Maldives, and from here they have also captured Sri Lanka. Alright. So this is obviously beyond India, but these are the parts which are the part of their ancient or the part of their Indian territories. Okay? Alright. So let me know if you have any doubts till here. Let me complete this and then we can do some doubts together. Now, he is also credited with the construction of this famous Rajeshwara temple in Brihadeshwara temple at Tanjore. Fine. So he constructed two temples, the Rajeshwara temple or also known as the Brihadeshwara temple, which is at Tanjore. He developed an advanced revenue system in which the land was surveyed, alright, and then the revenue was assessed. So the land was surveyed in the sense they first of all saw whether this land is even able to produce whatever is required. Before fixing the revenue, what did they do? They assessed the land. They talked about the fertility of the land, the productivity of the land, and whatever the land was able to produce, on the basis of that the revenue was fixed. Okay. Now he is also known as Ulla Gandalanda Perumal, which means the king who measured the earth. So this was obviously for his people, because he did not just want to fix revenue on the basis of the area, right? Productivity is also important, isn't it? You might have a productivity of 100 quintals in an area of 10 acres, but you might not have the same kind of productivity in an area of, suppose 10 hectares in some other place, right? So that's what they're talking about. Okay, let me know if you have any doubts still here, if there's anything you've not understood in these two slides. अगर आपको कुछ नहीं समझ में आया हो तो जरूर बताइएगा. Please remember guys that Raj Raja 1 is the most important ruler of the Chola dynasty, and you should be aware about him. The live chat is open guys, please let me know. Take your time, read it, let me know if there's anything you don't understand. Okay, chilly guys, let's move ahead. Now let's talk about the contributions of Rajendra I. Now Rajendra I had demonstrated his military capabilities by participating in his father's campaign. He was already participating in his father's campaign when he was not a small child, but yes, when he was young. And he continued also his father's aggressive policy of expansion and conquest. Okay. Guys, I'm sorry if you feel that I'm lisping a lot today, because I got some treatment done on my teeth. So I have a cap on my teeth. तो इसलिए मुझे थोड़ी सी मुश्किल हो रही है in speaking. It's not paining at all, but it's just that I feel something is missing. So that is why I'm having this issue. So please, sorry if you felt anything like that. Please ignore it just for today. Now, during his reign, the whole of Sri Lanka was made the part of the Chola Empire. So if you all remember, during his father's reign, which is Rajaraja I, only the northern part of Sri Lanka was part of the Chola Empire. But during his reign, almost all of Sri Lanka had become the part of the Chola Empire. Okay? He also reasserted the authority, the Chola authority over the Cheras in the Pandya country. Then he defeated Jaisimha II, who was the western Chalukya king, and the river Tungabhadra was recognized as the boundary between the Cholas and the Chalukyas. So what are his military contributions, guys? First of all, he has got whole Sri Lanka under his control. From northern, the whole of Sri Lanka is now under his control. Secondly, he has reasserted his authority over the Chera and the Pandya country. Okay, so what has he done? He has reasserted authority over the Chera and Pandya country. Fine. And lastly, what has he done? He has also defeated the Chalukya king, who is known as Jaisimha II, and Tungabhadra river became the boundary, or you can say the marking factor between the Chalukya and the Chola country. Fine. Now, his most famous military expertise or enterprise was his military expedition in North India. They crossed the Ganges and defeated many rulers on his way. Rajendra I defeated Mahipal I of Bengal. So the Cholas, just like any other kingdom or any other good kingdom, wanted to establish their rule over the whole of Indian subcontinent. That's the dream that every good empire, every worthy empire has always had. So what did they do? So Rajendra I, the best expedition or the enterprise that he had done was his enterprise in the northern part of India. Fine. He did try to cross the Ganges, उन्होंने Ganges को cross किया, which is Ganga. Fine. And then he defeated a lot of kings on his way up, on his way towards the northern part of India. Alright. And we have example of him defeating Mahipal I of the Pal Empire in Bengal. Alright. We have more for him, but let me know if you have any doubts here. So in here we've basically spoken about his military conquest. Okay, let's move ahead then. Now, after defeating Mahipal I of the Pal Empire, he decided to commemorate the successful northern campaign, and to do this, he founded a city of Gangaikonda Cholapuram, and he also constructed the famous Rajeshwaram temple in the city. He also excavated a large irrigation tank known as the Chol Ganganam on the western side of the city. So these are some of his other contributions, guys. Please remember his other contributions. This can definitely come for your MCQs. Okay. So what has he done till now? यहाँ तक उन्होंने क्या-क्या किया है? So once he had defeated Mahipal of the Pal dynasty in Bengal, he decided that he is going to celebrate or he is going to commemorate his victory in northern India. And for that, he founded a city. And that city was known as Gangaikonda Cholapuram. Alright. He also constructed this famous Rajeshwaram temple there. He also excavated an irrigation tank on the western side of the city, which was known as your Chol Ganganam. Fine. Another major expedition that he engaged in was to Sri Vijayalaya. Fine. The Malay Peninsula, the Sumatra, the Java and the neighboring islands, and control the overseas trade route to China. So you can see that they have done some really great work here. Okay. So another famous venture of Rajendra I, okay, was his naval expedition. So now guys, you already know, I've already told you that once they defeated the Cheras, alright, and they now have knowledge of Indian Navy or Navy basically, okay. Using that knowledge of Navy, they have literally captured or conquered all the island areas like Maldives, fine. So, Rajendra I, one more very extensive, you can say extensive expedition was to what? Was to the expedition of Sri Vijayalaya. Okay, what is Sri Vijayalaya? Sri Vijayalaya basically consists of these peninsulas, the Malay, the Sumatra and the Java peninsulas, alright, and the neighboring islands. So these three islands are the main. Apart from that, all the neighboring islands were also captured. Fine. And then they started controlling the overseas trade route to China as well. So you can see that, you can imagine the kind of control these people had, isn't it? They had a different kind of control. Their expeditions and their annexations, their conquering method, and the areas that they had conquered, none of the rulers have ever thought of conquering, right? So what was the other famous expedition that which he had done? That was towards the Kodaram or Sri Vijaya, which was basically three main islands: the Malay Peninsula, the Sumatra, the Java. All the neighboring islands were captured or conquered, and more than that, most importantly, they started controlling the overseas trade route to China. Now, the naval expedition was a success, and a number of places were occupied by the Chola forces, and he assumed the title of what? He assumed the title of Kodarakondan. Okay, Kodaram Kondan, that is the title he had assumed. So Rajendra I had taken the title of this. Why? Because he has been able to defeat, or he's been able to conquer the peninsula of the Sri Vijaya Peninsula or the Kodaram Peninsula, and that is why he assumed the title of Kodaram Kondan. Fine. And obviously he was a great patron of literature and learning, and he was also known as the Pandita Cholan. Pandita Cholan means someone who's educated, someone who's intelligent, someone who has knowledge of various other subjects. So he was not just good in military and expansion, no. He was good in consolidation. He was a good political ruler. At the same time, he was a good patron of arts and literature as well. So, I think, we can call Rajendra I as a complete ruler. Don't you think? Someone who basically had all the qualities of becoming a ruler. Okay. So, please guys, let me know if you have any doubts here. So, what all have we done till now? We learnt that Rajendra I had defeated Mahipal king of the Pala dynasty, and to commemorate he had constructed a town called the Gangaikonda Cholapuram, and he also constructed a temple called Rajeshwaram, and he also got an irrigation tank constructed called Chol Ganganam. And then, taking advantage of their advanced navy technique, he had also brought under control the Sri Vijaya, which is the Malay Peninsula, Sumatra and the Java Peninsula. Fine. And he also started controlling the overseas trade to China. Okay, that's what we have done till now. Let me know if there's anything you don't understand in these two slides. Otherwise, we'll continue. The live chat is open, guys. Always use the live chat to ask your doubts. Any doubts, guys? Anything you might not have understood, you can always put it in the live chat. All right, moving ahead. Let's talk about Rajadhiraj Chola. So he was known as Jayam Konda Chola, or the victorious Chola king, as he fought with his men on the front. All right. So you know what happens here? Why is this so important, or why is it worth mentioning that he was fighting with his men on the front? See, kings never really fought with his men, not on the front, obviously. They always fought on the back, and they were never really actually fighting per se. They would send their armies to fight, but they never really entered the battlefield themselves. There's a reason behind. It was also always considered important for the king to be safe, because just in case they lose the war, at least they won't lose the territory. Okay, and if the king is killed, it would be difficult for the country or for the empire, because the empire can get disintegrated. What if the king has no sons? What if the sons are really small, or if they're really young? So that could create a lot of problems. Fine. So the kings never really fought on the front. They were always on the back. Okay? But Rajadhiraj Chola was known as the victorious Chola because he fought with his men on the front. Okay? He destroyed the Chalukyan cities such as Kalyani and planted a Jai Sthamb at Yadgir. What is Jai Sthamb? Jai Sthamb was basically to commemorate his victory over the Chalukyan kings particularly. Cholas were known for plunder, and they massacred the people of the region that they had conquered. Now, there's nothing can be all good about the rulers. Nothing can be all good about certain dynasties, right? So Cholas were known as, to be the plunderers, or they were known for their looting activities. So whenever they captured any new place, they massacred the people. Fine. He was killed. So where was Rajadhiraj killed? Rajadhiraj was killed in the battlefield while fighting in the battle of Koppam against Someshwar, who was the Western Chalukyan king. He earned the title of Yanai Mel Thijuniya Devar, which means the king who died on the bank of the elephant. Okay. So where was he killed? Again, since he was always fighting with his people up on the front, he was killed in the battlefield when he was trying to defeat the Western Chalukyan king called Someshwaram. Alright, and he also earned the title of Yanai Melthujina Devar, which basically means a king who died on the back of the elephant while fighting. Okay, no one dies on the back of the elephant without fighting, so he died on the back of the elephant while he was fighting. Okay, we have Rajendra II. He defeated the Someshwar king, and he planted the Jai Sthamb at Kolhapur. Okay. Then we have Viraj Rajendra. He defeated Someshwar II, alright, and laid the foundation of Vedic College of Learning. So there are a lot of different rulers that we are talking about, guys. Okay. Rajendra II. What did Rajendra II do? Rajendra II defeated Someshwar. Why? Because Rajadhiraj was not able to do so. He died in that battle, isn't it? So when you die in that battle, he was not able to defeat Someshwar. So that job was taken by Rajendra II. Okay. He defeated Someshwar, and then after defeating him, he planted a Jai Sthamb commemorating his victory over Someshwar at Kolhapur. Fine. Then we have Vijendra. He defeated Someshwar II, and he also laid down the foundation of the Vedic College of Learning. So who did he defeat? Who did Viraj Rajendra Chola defeated? He defeated the second Chalukyan ruler, or Someshwar II, and he also laid the foundation of Vedic College of Learning. Okay, these are some of their contributions. Fine. Let me know if there's any doubts here, guys. If there's anything you don't understand, you can always let me know. Please let me know if there's anything you don't understand, guys. The live chat is open for that. Okay. Now, guys, this is where I'll end today's session. As far as Chola administration is concerned, that is something we will take up in tomorrow's class. Tomorrow your class is going to be at 9:30. So please be there, and we will be continuing with Chola administration. I have to talk about Chola society, the economy, their developments in the field of art and literature. All that I have to speak about. All that would be taken up in the class in great detail. I will also be showing you some maps tomorrow so that you have a clear understanding of the Chola administration and the extent of the empire. Okay. I will also be making some flowcharts for you tomorrow so that you understand the division. Like if you look at the second point here, you can see how extensive the divisions are, isn't it? Like the provinces are divided into Valanadus. Each Valanadu is divided into Nadu under the Nattar. The Nadu consists of a number of autonomous villages, the Gills, the Shenis. All of this we will be talking about. I will be making a flowchart for you right on the side here so that you have a clear understanding of it. That we will definitely do. Okay. We will also be talking about the Chola village administration. This is Chola administration on the level of the center. Then we will talk about the Chola administration on the village, Chola administration on the village level as well. Okay. So that would be done in detail. And after this, we will be talking about the society, the economy, religion. All of these things will be done in detail. Now, Cholas will take me some time to finish. So please be patient about it. Okay. So I'm going to end today's session here. So for those who are joining me live, guys, you can always ask your doubts in the live chat, which is always open for all of you. And for those who will be watching recording of this lecture, I would request all of you, if you don't understand something, you can always drop in a comment. Okay. You can always drop in a comment to let me know if there's any doubt, and that I will definitely take it up in the next class. All right. So before I leave, I would request everyone to join our Telegram channel. Okay. The link has been given here. The link in the scan code, both have been given. You can choose whichever you want. It will get easy for you to do this. Aapke liye aasan ho jayega. Why is it important for you to join the Telegram group? Because this is where you will get updates regarding the classes, and this is where you will get your notes in the PDF format. Whatever notes we upload in the class, that will be made available to you in the PDF format. Okay. Now, before you all go, I would request everyone to like the video, share the video with your friends, comment on it, let me know if there's anything you like, because we all love to be appreciated. If there's anything you don't like, you can please let us know. We would love to work on ourselves and improve. And also, guys, do subscribe to the channel. We've already hit 35 subscribers in a very few days, and we definitely want to have 50 subscribers very soon. So do subscribe to the channel and press the bell notification on so that you get notified whenever we post a new video, and we'll be more than happy if you like the videos. All right. So thank you so much, guys. Thank you so much for watching. It was an absolute pleasure to have you all here, and I will definitely be continuing with the class tomorrow. So thank you so much, guys. Take care. See you all. Bye bye. Good night. Is there anyone in the live chat?